One of a really good time to work on your happiness and your habits is when everything's going pretty smoothly and you sort of have the emotional wherewithal to work on your systems. And then when they're under stress, then they're already set.
All right, Gretchen, we just recorded an incredible episode over on the Mary Marantz Show where you were walking us through the 4 tendencies that we all fall into: upholder, questioner, obliger, and rebel, and how that can help us understand how to set better habits and live better and happier lives, and how to get along with the other tendencies in your life. So everybody make sure you head over and listen to that full episode at themarymarantzshow.com. We'll link that below. But I wanted to ask you a bonus question here, Gretchen, just for our YouTube subscribers. And that's, we spend a lot of time talking about the 4 tendencies, but you are the author of 5 New York Times bestselling books. And one of them, 2 of them we'll mention briefly, The Happiness Project and Happier at Home. And so the first thing I wanted to ask you is, you wrote an entire book about being happier at home, and in a be careful what you wish for and twist of fate, we end up spending the last year in quarantine. So how did the tendencies hold up? Or how did the habits that you learned hold up being at home? Were you happier as a result?
No, they were great. I mean, one of the things that I've really seen is, one of a really good time to work on your happiness and your habits is when everything's going pretty smoothly and you sort of have the emotional wherewithal to work on your systems. And then when they're under stress, then they're already set. So, I was already in the habit of going for a daily walk. And so during quarantine, I know so many people were finding it so helpful to go outside, if you could do it safely, which I could. But it was already a habit. So I didn't have to build a new habit under all this weird pressure that no one had ever experienced before. It was already set. And so then I got all the benefit of the habit, when I really needed it most. And so I think that I was really lucky that I had so many kind of systems in place that could kind of ease the burdens that came with all of the dramatic changes that came during the COVID times.
Yeah. And I would add one more question to that. I think it was in The Happiness Project. You talked about, in a weird twist, we are often happier planning for a trip, planning for a vacation, something like that, than actually even being on the trip. And being able to plan for things is something that has been seriously lacking in the last year. And we're not out of that yet, It's not for certain.
And I think it's been a huge issue for people. I know that I definitely underestimated how much anticipation added to my pleasure, and also how much my life was sort of marked by certain milestones that I just took for granted. Like, I go to Kansas City every summer to spend a week with my parents, and I go to Kansas City every Christmas for a week with my parents, and I see my sister now here, and here. And when all those were wiped away, it was kind of like time lost all meaning. And how did I look forward to things? And that uncertainty is very hard. I think one of the things with the pandemic, that we're kind of coming toward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel, is people were sort of if you told me a date, I could pace myself to that date. But nobody could give us a date. For a while, it just felt like it was moving back and back and back beyond what we ever anticipated. And it made people very uneasy and kind of rootless. I certainly felt that way too.
Do you have any advice for people, even as we're hearing maybe summer, maybe fall, maybe next spring, any advice for specifically here are things you can plan and look forward to, just to kind of fill in that gap while we can't book that vacation?
If you think of things that you could that you can do, if you're we can do these 3 when the weather turns, we can go to these 3 hikes within, driving distance from our house where we're going to be outside. We know we can do that. Let's look forward to that. Let's plan that.
Yeah.
And then I've heard of people doing on the Happier podcast, we talk about doing 21 for 21 lists or 20 for 20 lists, where you write 21 things you want to do in the year of 2021.
Yeah.
We've heard of people doing lists of things that they know they can do, and then a list of things they wish they can do, they hope they can do. And it's sort of when the time comes, I'll have my list.
Right.
But I'm not going to beat myself up if I can't get to that list or finish that list because it's just sort of out of reach right now.
I love that. Okay, friends, that is what we have for you today. Make sure you check out the book, all of the books really, but the one we talk about in the full episode is The 4 Tendencies, the indispensable personality profiles that reveal how to make your life better and other people's lives better too. You can check that out at GretchenRubin.com. Make sure you're following Gretchen on at Gretchen Rubin, GretchenRubin on Instagram. In the meantime, while you're here, make sure you like and subscribe so you never miss a bonus episode for us. And until next time, friends, this is the Mary Marantz Show.